3 things that will make you reconsider how you give your zakat and made me much more thoughtful about how I'm going to give it going forward. Firstly, all 4 major schools of fiqh agree that your zakat should be given locally. Even in the Hanafi school, which has a bit more flexibility, the emphasis is still on giving it locally within your community. Secondly, I realized how much I've been neglecting the other categories of zakat. The Quran has 8 categories of people who may receive zakat, from the poor and the needy to the wayfarer and those overcome by debt. Some schools of fiqh, such as the Shafi school of fiqh, actually require you to give out your zakat amongst all 8 categories. To give you an example of here in Australia, during COVID, we had many international students who were away from home, had lost their job and did not have access to 𝗁𝗵𝗃𝗵𝗵. The National Zakat Foundation supported these students and in some cases assisted them to return home. Thirdly, and this one hit closest to home for me, zakat isn't about me being generous or charitable with my money, but it's about honoring the right the receiver has over that money. To give you another example of here in Australia, we have many Palestinians who've arrived from Gaza, and most of these Palestinians are still on tourist visas. That means they don't have access to things that we take for granted, such as Medicare, or have access to government support, such as Centrelink. It was because of brothers and sisters in this community who understood the power of giving their zakat locally that the National Zakat Foundation have been able to support these Palestinians rebuild their lives in Australia. For me, it's not so much a question of who do I want to give my zakat to, but it's more of a question of who has a right over that zakat. That is why I choose to give my zakat with the National Zakat Foundation. It helps me respect the classical schools of fiqh by giving my zakat locally. If you want to learn more about who has the right over your zakat, head over to nzf.org.au.